Great friends, good afternoon. Welcome to this live interaction. Let's get started. Let's pick up the questions you have, and I'll try to answer them. So the first question here is, which are your best challenging customer? Tested your patience, needed multiple approaches. Finally, that closed the deal. Rajiv, that's yours.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much.
So to be honest, really, I haven't faced very many challenging customers, and probably that is the team which has faced more than me. um, I can say that one of the customers when I visited, I could feel that he wasn't keen on me talking what the team talks to him or what the other people, when they visit from natural remedies, they will talk to him. I could sense that he was wanting to hear something which is different and unique. So I did broach the subject with him, saying how we were going through the transformation within natural remedies. Being a private limited organization, there was no necessity for us to bring in kind of board of directors or governing council, which is basically supported by experts from the external environment. So we created this on our own with the guidance available to us. And we have very accomplished governing council members. As you may be aware, one Mr. Badri Agarwal, a gentleman who was the president with Airtel, their land division. Then Mr. Arun Raman, he was basically a serial entrepreneur who built two businesses and then sold it globally. And the third gentleman is Mr. Biju Kurian, who was basically the president with Reliance Retail. So when I shared these things with that gentleman, saying we created this particular, so he said, why was the need for this particular aspect of creating your own governing council? And so he said, basically, a entrepreneur is all alone while he's taking decisions. And he's to take lots of decisions which he's encountering for the first time, and most of the activities he's doing probably he had no experience before. So if you have a governing council is kind of a sounding board for you, who are your well-wisher, and they come with lots of experience and insights to how they have dealt different aspects of life while running an organization. And immediately, the gentleman felt so happy and impressed that he called up one of our governing council and said, "Why don't you give me the connect of Badri and I will." And I find that in 2 weeks' time, he has taken Badri on board for his organization and he started getting benefited out of it.
Wow.
So I could feel that, people are very keen to experiment and try out things. If something which you have done in your life which has added value to you, then they are keen to understand. So that was my personal experience with the customer. And this customer stays still in touch. He gets in touch with me whenever he's trying to do something new in life and he is feeling okay. Let me have a word with Anurag and check with him. So that's how I would, Rajiv, answer that question,
Got
saying
it.
not related to the product, but more related to being useful. I realized that when we are useful to the people around us, you kind of develop a connect with them, which is beyond the transactions, which generally give and take, or buying and selling and all that, which is a part of anyway the reality of our life. But I always believe that if you can take the relationship beyond that transaction, and they start recognizing you as yet another person in the environment who will give an honest and sincere opinion to whatever we are doing, then they value that, is my personal feeling. I don't know whether it was relevant or not, but I just shared
Yeah.
something
No,
which
some
came in my mind.
definitely an insight. Yes. Being
Yeah,
useful is always, without expectation, makes it even more meaningful.
right, right, right. And I have found that this trust is a very, very important aspect in our life, and it's not possible to build trust uh, without genuinely feeling connected to people and trying to be useful to them. So the next question was how you manage to stay quiet when you know that other side is willfully wrong and white lies. So in fact, I was reflecting in today's political scenario. Previously, I used to feel people have perspectives, and therefore different perspectives are perfectly fine. There's no harm in having different perspectives. But if somebody is doing it willfully and trying to tell a white lie, then how to deal with such people? I'm at loss actually, because these people are, they are pretending to sleep. They are not sleeping actually. They are
Hmm.
pretending as if they are, they are not understanding things, and they are telling simply things which are incorrect. They are white lies, and you don't know how to respond. So the best I could sense, I haven't dealt with such situation in my own personal life. So whatever I'm going to share here is more out of my own intellectual understanding, not an experiential understanding. So what I feel is that you need to just ignore them and continue to do what you're doing, because anyway these people are doing what they are doing, and they will continue to create hurdles for you, what they are trying to do, because they have motives which are different than yours. So ignoring seems to me be the only possibility. Fighting with them, logically telling them anything just doesn't make sense, because they're anyway deliberately trying to, say something which is incorrect. So, sense or logical discussion probably may not be very valuable or useful to in such a situation, was my thought process. The next question I had was how to overcome the negative thoughts both at work and in personal life. So, this negative thought, how to overcome, this negative thoughts are a part of our imagination. And this imagination is the power we have been provided. But unfortunately, this power, if it is not understood how to use it, can result into negative thinking. So, personally, what I have learned is that if we go through this process of understanding how to meditate and how do you focus on a specific matter, they help you start with your breathing. First, you focus on your breathing, you're breathing in, breathing out. And as you keep focusing on your breathing, your ability to keep focused on a specific thing becomes significant. You really practice that and you develop that skill. Once you have developed the ability to focus on something, then you can remove your focus from the negative thought, because negative thought is a loop. Once it gets into it, then you keep thinking again and again and again and again. unless you are able to focus on something else. So the best way I am able to deal with it is to basically take your focus to something else which matters to you at present. And once you shift the focus and you're able to focus on it, automatically the negative thoughts basically goes into the background, and they are no longer bothering you now because your focus is shifted to something else which is more valuable to you at that moment. The next is how to start your day at a work with positive energy and self confidence. So, this is something which I am practicing personally. And what I recognize is that positive energy is a part of your physical body system. So, you will feel energetic, you will feel positive, provided your body had a good night rest and your cells have undergone some kind of relaxation and regeneration. So you would find that every time you're able to sleep well and you have a good night rest, you're generally feeling very upbeat and positive about the life which is going to start the next day morning. And for some reason you had a disturbed mind and you couldn't sleep very well, obviously you're going to feel lethargic. So to me, what appears to be the the I would say the mantra of the positive energy is to be able to relax your body and relax your mind to a level where it feels start feeling very positive and nice. So the meditation is the technique which I have seen. Whatever the day would have happened or however difficult the day was, once you sit in your meditation, once you go through that process of meditation and you are able to reach that alpha stage in your meditative where you are deeply concentrated and your cells feel very relaxed, that charges your body phenomenally. And I think our rishi munis and sadhus had that ability that even though they could sleep 3.5, 4 hours, and they could have such positive energy and such great strength to deal with what the life is. And I think the reason why people ask, we have a living rishi with us, which is our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now that gentleman has not taken leave or taken off from the work for last so many years, and he works 17, 18, 19 hours a day. And even during Navratri, when he is fasting, you could see his body energy. It's humanly not possible for human to be able to operate at that level of your physical performance unless you have learned certain techniques and arts of regenerating yourself and regenerating both your physical body and your mental body. And once you're able to achieve that particular ability, then it is in your hand, and the circumstances don't decide when you feel energetic or when you are feeling positive energy. You are able to create that positivity and you're able to create that energy within you at your will at the time you want it, irrespective of what the life is throwing at you, irrespective of life, how the life is basically presenting you with the kind of challenges. And I think all of us know the kind of challenges he's dealing with. Probably it's of the highest order in the global environment. So that's how I feel, and I try to feel energetic within myself by um meditating and sitting and trying to regenerate my body by taking myself into deep relaxation. How do you foresee the role of natural remedies evolving in mainstream healthcare over the next decade, especially in the light of recent advancements in medical technology? So, how I see um, natural remedies evolving and playing its role, I'm recognizing that you are a very small part of a very big universe. So there's so many people doing different things. They're trying to um, build a business, stay ahead of others. So we at Natural Remedies are finding that the healthcare today is actually misunderstood, and all of us have taken the sickness care as health care. Actually, when you become sick, you go to a doctor, he gives you some medicine, and you get well. So you feel that is health care. Actually, in my own understanding, the health care is preventive health. And preventive health does not start once you have something has gone wrong with your health. Preventive health starts before your before something goes wrong with your health. Now I know Rajiv has a very strong regime of getting up early, playing golf, going for long walks. So actually, if you keep your body fit, if you eat well, and if you exercise, there is enough and more evidence to say that you can stay healthy without getting. And if you can add on top of it your psychological wellness by way of meditation, I think we can really have a very good fit body which can deal with life. Natural Remedies is trying to actually utilize the energy and expertise of various people. So we are working on, let's say, recently we worked on Tulsi, and we recognize that sleeping is one such issue with people where people are not able to sleep very well, in spite of having all the comforts of their home. And especially in old age, this is really becoming a serious issue. So from Tulsi, we derive this particular extract, which is which is water soluble compounds, and these compounds basically are able to promote good sleep among the people. So we did a clinical trial recently, and in that clinical trial, we found that the sleep quality has improved and the sleep quantity also has improved. So both impact was observed with the help of this, and our desire is to constantly keep discovering those natural substances which were considered to be extremely powerful in the past, and but for some reason we have lost them in our modern world. So while technology will advance and it will continue to advance, I think the role of herbs and natural intervention will remain relevant even in future, is our understanding. And we want to stay focused only at what we are good at. We don't want to just spread ourselves in too many places and spread ourselves too thin. So keep doing innovative work, keep doing things which are unique. And to be honest, it's a lot also of the luck, and we have been very lucky people. So luck has always been favoring us, and I don't know why we are so lucky, but we are. So take it, since the God is kind to us, so we have treating it as a blessings, and believe that that's the way life um, presents to people, and we have been fortunate to get that kind of a life. What are the key challenges Natural Remedies faces in integrating traditional herbal knowledge with modern science and research, and how is your company addressing them? So, what we are recognizing. is that today the language which the world understand is only science. So whether you bring science on the natural substance or the non-natural substance, without science, there is no existence. So science is something which has become a common platform. So we are not having any difficulty in integrating because we use science as a platform for validating and providing concept and proof of the work through the help of science. And what is used by everybody else globally is the same technique we are also using, whether it is double-blind placebo clinical trial or is it various types of cell assays, bioassays, and various techniques of doing the research. And by following the same standard processes which the globe follows, I think we are able to take these more, natural substances and make them acceptable. So we are, in fact, today we find that the kind of favorable tailwinds we are experiencing in our business, we have never experienced in almost 40 years of our existence. And this tailwind experience, because most of the people are recognizing that even though the natural product may take a little time, they may not be as powerfully as effective as the chemical drugs. But the chemical drugs come with their own set of challenges. People are moving away from chemicals and wanting to move towards natural substances. So that favorable predisposition has become, in fact, a boon to the business for natural remedies. And I think the trend will continue going forward because people are rediscovering that the more we are closer to nature, the less complexity we create for ourselves, and the life becomes better and easier um, and more enjoyable is what the feeling people have when they are closer to nature. So I'll just share, in fact, last couple of months, I'm trying to reconnect myself personally to natural living. So every weekend, or at least alternate weekend, I take off with my friends and park ourselves in jungle. I was there in Parson Valley, beyond Ooty, for almost 4 days. After that, I was in another forest close to Bangalore. It's around 2 hours from here, um, Ayur Forest. And last weekend, I was in another forest. Uh, so in fact, the kind of joy I feel in the surroundings, you see animals, you don't see animals. But when you see nature and you are with nature, kind of diversity you see, the kind of different plants you see, the kind of the creators' uh, real, expression of what is possible with nature is visible there, and I kind of feel very different and very rejuvenated while I'm with nature. That's feeling, even though you don't have any great stay arrangements and all that, but you feel so nice and happy in that environment, which is, I'm even struggling to express as to how great it feels to be with the nature. You get up in the morning, the air is so beautiful, so fresh, so nice. You breathe that itself gives you a different feeling, which probably we are missing in the cities as we live in the cities. So these are some of the questions I had, which I tried to answer them. However, I leave the session open to share if you have any follow-on questions based on whatever transpired here in today's conversation.
Sir, I think I had a couple of questions which you had taken it in your session, and
Okay.
that was a very, very helpful for me to understand few ideas and strategies, which I would definitely follow up from today onwards uh, to move ahead.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you found it useful.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. And there are very simple ideas which I think doesn't require much of thinking. I will definitely start and applying this in my life from today onwards.
Great. In fact, as I'm progressing in my journey of life, a lot of changes are happening, and as I see myself, uh, the since my father and mother, we live with them, we are there together. I can see how the old age is bringing lots of complexity to their own life at this stage of life, and recognize that all that hard work which they have done and all that what position they have achieved and what they have brought the family, they're going to leave everything here, nothing they can carry with them. And that leaves you with that uh, realization that you're going to carry nothing from here. And that realization is a very powerful realization that you're going to carry nothing from here. So when you're going to carry nothing from here, then it becomes very evident that while we are here, why don't we treat every other life around us with little more compassion, little more empathy, and little more, little more uh, collaboration, so that everybody feel the sense of joy, because ultimately you're going to carry nothing from here. So really no point in winning over each other. There's really no value there. So this particular aspect of that we're going to carry nothing from here, so better be nice and kind to every living being around you, be animals, be you humans, and develop more compassion. I don't know how it compassion develops, but I'm slowly learning that my compassion quotient is also becoming a little better than what it was before. Probably it is also the factor of age. I don't know that, but I feel very nice that कुछ लेके नहीं जाना है दोस्त, यहीं पे छोड़ के जाना है. So let's enjoy what is happening, and and deal with life with more relaxed and not a hurried manner. Since the time is there, and I have been also contemplating uh, on this journey of life and this discovery of mine, that today what makes us feel good and what makes us feel bad itself is a part of our reactions. Um, we are actually feeling good and bad depending upon what is happening in our life, whether we like it or we don't like it. So if we like it, we feel happy. If we don't like it, we feel unhappy. So this life is actually a prison as a human being, that things around us we will constantly keep liking and disliking and keep generating happiness and unhappiness within us. So the desire is now to grow beyond the liking and disliking, and just observe what that events in the life are, creating in you and creating in me, and just observe that feeling, that feeling. Okay, I'm not feeling nice now, or I'm feeling better. So why am I not feeling nice? Oh, why am I feeling better? Can it be not dependent on things outside? Can it be self-generated? Can the focus shift from outside to inside? So that's something which is very unique, and I'm recognizing that we are living in a cage of liking and disliking. Uh, so wish all of us are able to come out of this cage and slavery of liking and disliking and reach a stage where whatever is happening around us is dealt with equanimity and dealt with grace without freaking out or without feeling disturbed because whatever is happening beyond us to control most of it. So, including your wife does things which you don't like. So, what do you do about it? So, you have to just laugh at it and enjoy, saying, okay, this is my own liking and disliking, which is not making me like what she's doing. She is what she is. And so we are also like that. We also do a lot of things which our spouses may not like. I think that's how the Creator's creation, and it's such a joyful journey of life. So amazing to reflect on it, so amazing to think about it, so amazing to share and laugh on it. Piyush,
Really,
do you have anything to share, or you would like to ask something? Sorry, you were saying something, Rajiv?
I was just saying that it's been a beautiful 1 hour or whatever time we spent, and you have decided to take this session itself is a great thing. Whereas that's where people want to be a little lighter. Uh,
No,
Normally, these sessions would happen on the weekends, but
weekends.
you are taking it head on. Let's begin the week with a easy note also.
Yeah, no, no. Karan has been a great, friend. He has guided me in terms of creating an expression to my own thinking, creating an expression to how I feel, how I'm dealing with what is coming to me, what what life has taught me, and I'm really enjoying this whole process. Um, it's the journey started almost some 8, 10 years before. Was so much to reflect and so much to share. I feel very joyful with this process.
Beautiful.
So I'd like to express my thanks to the friends who have joined this particular session with me. Greatly appreciate all the questions and efforts you have taken to share with me. I hope my sharing did some justice to the effort you have taken to, spend this time with us, and look forward to stay connected and keep sharing. It's a mutually beneficial platform which keeps providing us different perspectives as we travel in our journey of life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sanjeev.
Thanks a lot, Anurag sir. Thank you so much. It was a great learning session.